Thank you very much. As we all know, Rwanda is a developing country, and for that, it needed to join the greatest powers. So that is why it joined the East African Community and the Commonwealth. And the reason, as we know, those are English-speaking countries. So we had to twist the system from Francophone to Anglophone. But that affected other sectors, like education sector. The education sector was affected at a high degree. As we know, education is key to everything. Our development is based on education. So teachers and students met with a problem. From switching from Francophone to Anglophone, it was very difficult for them and still a big challenge. So Rwanda has made some points and strategies like the EDPRS, the Economical Development Poverty Reduction Strategy, just to come to incur these ones. For now, we came up with a solution that you know that the government and everybody else will be interested, as so we can build the nation and the capacity of our students. So we came up with a project, a web application that will be helping the teachers, so the teachers can be qualified and they can help the students. Let me hand it to my colleague so she can explain more about it. Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to choose one school to take one courses. The courses is history, and we're going to take senior first for taste the application and test the ID platform with these teachers to be qualified more teachers and to be develop the teaching in Rwandese and to be develop the aspect about changing the language in the school.
Before we develop the curriculum, we have worked with some teachers. We selected some schools in the private schools, and then we did some assessment with them. We asked their need in terms of increasing their knowledge, and then we also asked them what they need us to help them, and then after we set the platform, what they need to get from that platform. After getting different ideas from those teachers, now we started our curriculum, which will be based on a student from Senior 1 history. Because we're not able to do different courses, we tried on one, and then the result maybe that they're going to give us will show us where to go, or if we have to cover the whole country.
Sir, we've been able to come up with a very robust technical platform. This idea has been to transfer or digitize curriculum so that teachers can have access online learning, first of all, can improve their technical skills, they can improve their English language skills, and eventually be able to transfer this quality of education to the students. So in our prototyping phase, in our initial phase, we partnered with two private institutions. And in these two private schools, we're able to prototype or test the platform and validate with very specific results. Our platform is very simple, very, very interactive, as you notice in this demonstration that we're going to do in a moment here. It's a very simple platform, it's a very interactive platform, it's a very robust platform, you can scale it out, but most essentially, in our partnership with our teachers, we achieved tremendous results. We noticed that in less than 3 months, these lecturers or these teachers in these schools, in this school we partnered with, had an improved teaching capacity, had an improved learning capacity of over 30%. So essentially, we evaluated them over 3 months and found out that their learning and their teaching capacities had dramatically increased to over 40 to like 75%. And so we think that this tool, if reproducible, if scalable, and if customized to the public environment, with you as the government partnering with us, can have tremendous impact in Rwanda.
But to be able to scale the project, we need you to be on board, because there's no way we can have that major impact on the country if the government is not our partner. So before we ask you what we really want from you, I want to explain to you how we're going to make that sustainable if we were to scale this project at a national level. The project will be sustained by a usage fee per user that will be paid maybe by you, but what is important is that you don't have to invest any money at the beginning. This is what we're telling you about, is a digital school that you don't need to pay a penny for. But at a later stage, you will have to pay a usage fee per user. And what is important in that usage fee is that you only pay when you know that it is impacting someone. When you're paying $10, you know you're impacting someone. It's not paying money and not knowing what the impact is. You exactly can know how many people are using the platform, and that's the only thing you're paying for.
Yeah, thank you very much. This is the financial manager, and he's the IT specialist and engineer, the curriculum expert, and the liaison for the schools. So now, all we need from you is to help us to go to the second phase. We need more like 3 different public schools, so we can test the capacity of also public teachers, so we can develop this. Thank you.
My name is Ange. I was born around the Nyungwe National Park. And the Nyungwe National Park is in the southern part of Rwanda. And when I was a child, I realized that there were many problems around our national park. Then I did my studies, and I had the plan to see how I can come out with solutions to the community around the Nyungwe National Park. Because where I was born, the soil was really very acidic. The people were cultivating, but the crop yield was very low. And because of that, many people went to the national park to do poaching and other illegal activities, and we had many elephants, but now there's no elephant remain in the park because of poaching activities that happened in that area. Then after completing my studies, I said I need to do something which is very important and give back something to my community and see how I can integrate conservation and community development. Then I made a commitment to devote my life and work to integrating conservation and community development by engaging the young people like Sabrine, who is here, to see how we can use our skills, our opportunities, and our resources to make a positive impact to our community. Then with that, we developed a lot of projects, including the restoration of the park, and we had some partners, including UNDP, who funded our project to restore the ecosystem, and we created a lot of jobs to the community around the park, and we gave jobs to the people who were poachers before, and after giving them jobs, we were training them on financial education and entrepreneurship to make sure that they can be financially stable. So we started our project in 2012, but until now, we created more than 800 jobs, and many people that were engaged in our project, now they have their own businesses, and we have a success story. So there is another problem of another new national park called the Gishwati Mukura. Now it is degraded by the people. So as we have a success story, we are thinking to launch another big project to see how we can restore that ecosystem. And my friend Sabrine, as she has been engaged in our project in Nyungwe National Park, she's going to tell us what we are going to do there in Gishwati Mukura.
Yeah. Thank you. As he said, we are going to do the same thing with the Gishwati Mukura forest. We will try to reforesting it. To grow again the trees. How we will start? We will start by doing a biodiversity survey, and then we will know what the people around that forest were going to do in the forest, why they were cutting trees, why they were hunting in there, and then we will start a tree nursery, and then we will try to plant again the trees, and we will call in the zoologists and botanists to put again the animals that were in there, and we will work with the communities around that forest to grow again the forest, to give them jobs so they can find something else to do in making money. And what we will do again is to put them in cooperatives, like farmers who were taking the cattle in the forest for food. We will put them in cooperatives, and then the hunters, we will put them in cooperatives with the beekeepers. We will try to educate them how to conserve the forest and how to make money without destroying the forest. And in helping them to find food for the cattle, where to, for the beekeepers, where to put the things they use to find honey. We will We will give them a buffer zone. It's a zone between the forest and where the people live, so they can grow where they can grow the crop for food, for feeding the cattle, and they can put the beekeepers can use that buffer zone. And
yes, and this will be very fantastic. And we need from you, government institutions. We are young people. We are the young generation of the country. And we are highly committed and highly motivated to make a change in our community. And every person is responsible for this world. So it is why we would like to tell you that you can help us, especially in conducting conservation education project around the Gishwati Mokura, but also convincing the people that it is really very important, because we have a lot of farmers. Sometimes they bring the cattle in the forest, so we want that the local administrative entities can help us. But you, civil society, like WCS and other non-profit organizations, we need also some financial support to make sure that we can make a huge impact, because when we rehabilitate that forest, it will be great, because it will sequester a lot of carbon dioxide, and this world will be safe, and all the people of the world will benefit from our woodrot. Thank you very much.
How many of you didn't come across with a lot of people complaining about, oh, I have this problem, oh, I need money? So we're here because we want to give a solution for the community. We want to help the community to help themselves. So basically, we're helping the community by giving them resources and giving them space for them to give back to people. And we're encouraged to do this by doing volunteerism. We think that people have the power. We think that people have a lot to offer. So we want to create this space where you can ask for help, but at the same time, you can give help to others. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to introduce you to my colleague Eva, and she's going to be the one introducing the rest of the team.
Okay, hello. We are a group of African and that we are participating in a program thanks to an exciting exercise that we have problems and we think that volunteers can help to solve problems. This is why we have designed this project. Our team is, we have Arsene from Congo, and Emanuela, and Roland from Cameroon, and Cece and me, we are from Equatorial Guinea. I want to say that young people this day, we have the opportunity to speak and be here. Thanks for that.
So thank you, Eva. And now, Roland, I think it's going to be very good at telling you why you find it interesting this problem. I mean this this project. Sorry.
All right, thank you so much. I just want to let you know why this project is important to you. This project entirely is not for us; it's for the community, and we are looking forward to creating a better community for us all, not only for us but for our future children. Now, I want to ask you a question. Do you want a peaceful future for your children?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we need you on board because we are on the way to creating a better future for all our children and for us. And with this project running, we will not have to spend a lot of money taking care of robberies, insecurities in the society and all whatnot, which spring from the fact that there's a lot of hatred in the society, there's a lot of inequality, and so on. So that's why you need to come on board.
So now you will say, well, but I heard about this program and I think someone else is running it, but I think also you're going to be very good at telling them why we are different from these other people.
Thank you so much, Cece. This project is unique because what we're trying to offer, nobody else has given it before. we're trying to work with the communities to solve community problems. What other organizations are doing is they're bringing solutions to people, but our aim is to change that way of doing things by involving the community to solve community problems.
So I can tell you, you might think, oh, this is all theory. Well, it's not. We actually started this program. We have done a lot of workshops. We've done a lot of getting together, listening to people. We did surveys, and we can tell you that we have good results out of this. Now, 30% of unemployment, youth unemployment has decreased thanks to our volunteerism programs, because people that they just left school, they came to do some volunteerism and they increased their skills, and it was very easy for them to get back to employment and to get the first job. And also, because we listen to people, we managed to find out what is the specific problem that the community is facing, and since they're there and they're willing to help, they actually will be surprised, but the people, they move and they did great things. So basically, you know, we've done a lot of good things, but we think that we can do even more with your help. So we don't have much to say, but I think my colleague Emanuela could actually tell you how much we need your help.
Okay, thank you. We need you to be part of these emerging projects, because we think that you can help us to help people to improve people's life. So please partner with us, join us today, and let's make our community a better place.
Okay, morning. We are a youth association that is aiming at mobilizing young people to take advantage of available resources for their quick and bright future. So I am the chair of this association, and here I am with the program manager as well as the program officer. Our association deals with so many activities, and now we are presenting you a project which is aiming at mobilizing the young people who are already involved in agriculture to take advantage of available resources in their local environment to what they are near their rapid and bright future. As you may know, we are in Central African Republic. You know that a great number, even though a great number of people are involved in agricultural activities, the outcomes from that activities, those activities is still very raw. In addition, so many young Central African are still learning after jobs, whereas there are ways of creating their own job from agricultural activities, because there are so many potentialities. People may not aware of them, and now sometimes there is like what we can call a chronic hunger, whereas we have so wide lands and fertiles which are not well exploited. So our objective is trying to raise the awareness of young people to take advantage of that environment, that favorable environment, to improve their way of doing in order to reach a better and interesting crops by innovating their way of doing. So I would like my program manager to let you know about the project we are presenting to you today.
Okay, so good morning, everyone. That's interesting to see, and I'm pleased. I mean, we are pleased to see that you are working on agriculture. I don't know if you're really aware of what you are doing, but for our context, it's really a powerful thing that you are doing. You are showing that young people can do agriculture. I know that after discussing with some of you, we saw that the image that young people have from agriculture is really bad. But you are doing it, and you are doing it for several reasons. You are doing it because you don't have enough money to go to school. Because most of you, even though you are young, you have a family you have to take care of. And we say that behind this, maybe you left some dreams behind. And you are doing this work of agriculture because, as I said, it's helping, always we think, it's helping you. So now, the thing that we would like to say that there's something bigger in front of you. What we are suggesting to you is to be our ambassador for this program. And to do so, as we said, we know that you have some need. And so those needs, we will try by working with you to figure out how we can improve the work that we are doing on the field. And to do so, we are in partnership with FAO. And FAO, as you may know, is promoting agriculture. It's a United Nations organization promoting agriculture. It's possible, but it's not depending of us, our organization, but of you. What do you want to learn? We can help you. Together we can work to figure out which kind of training you will need. And once we will have the list of training you need, we'll see how FAO and us, we can work together to give you access to specialists to improve the work that you are doing, to see what is possible to be done with the project you are producing on your field. And this is the first part of the project. The second one is the ambassador side. As we said, we can help you to improve your work on the field, but behind it, as you said at the beginning, you are doing an amazing job. And we think that many other young people need to be aware of the impact of the importance of the work that you are doing on the field. So to do so, we need you to show that even if the context in Central African Republic is complicated, we need you to show that there's another ways for young people, rather than to be involved in violence. You make this choice to not be involved in violence and just work on your field. So it's something we want you to show to the world, to show to our country. So thank you very much for your attention, and I will let our project officer talk.
So thank you for your vision in Truth House. We need people like you for our country. Please talk about with your fellows, and we will come back to you. We will come back to you very soon. So thank you.